All right, so we're diving into quantum computers today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know those machines that use the crazy laws of quantum mechanics to do calculations?
Right.
We're looking at Rigetti Computing, a company that's actually building these things.
Yeah.
And trust me, their latest moves are making some serious waves.
It's really cool. This isn't just science fiction anymore.
Right.
Rigetti is building real, tangible quantum computers.
Yeah.
We've got their fresh Form 8K filing with the SEC.
Oh, nice.
That's where companies spill all their financial secrets.
Right.
And a press release packed with details on their latest advancements.
Cool.
By the end of this deep dive, you'll have a clear understanding of not just Rigetti's game plan,
Okay.
but also what's happening in the wider world of quantum computing.
So let's unpack this financial report first.
Yeah.
Rigetti pulled in $10.8 million in revenue for 2024.
Yeah.
That's an increase from 2023,
Ah,
but they also reported a net loss of $201 million for the year.
right.
Should we be worried?
Not necessarily. It's important to understand how to interpret financial data, especially for companies in a field as new as quantum computing.
Right.
A net loss doesn't always mean things are going south.
Okay.
In Rigetti's case, it's a sign that they're pouring resources into research and development,
Right.
which is crucial for a company that's trying to stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
They're making a big bet on the future, and their $217.2 million in cash and investments gives them a good amount of breathing room to pursue those breakthroughs.
Now, this is where things get really interesting. They just announced a partnership with Quanta Computer.
Oh, wow.
You might not know the name, but they're a giant in the tech world.
Yeah.
They manufacture computer servers on a massive scale.
Huge.
Think of them like the Dell servers, but even bigger.
Right. Exactly.
What makes this partnership stand out is the commitment from both sides.
Yeah, for sure.
Rigetti and Quanta are each investing over $100 million into quantum computing development over the next 5 years.
That's huge.
That kind of investment speaks volumes about their confidence in Rigetti's technology
Absolutely.
and its potential to shake things up in the computing industry.
For sure.
This isn't just a casual agreement. They're going all in.
Definitely.
And there's more. They also sold one of their Novera QPUs to Montana State University.
Oh, cool.
That's actually their first sale to a university.
Wow, that's a big deal because it shows that quantum computers are starting to make their way out of research labs and into the hands of educators.
Yeah.
This means more students will be learning about and experimenting with this technology,
Right.
which is essential for building the workforce that will be needed as quantum computing becomes more widespread.
Yeah.
Think of it like the early days of personal computers.
Yeah.
Once they started showing up in university labs, it wasn't long before they revolutionized the way we live and work.
Speaking of revolutions, let's talk about Anka 3.
Oh, yeah.
That's Rigetti's newest 84-qubit quantum computer, which they launched in December 2024.
Okay.
What's so special about this one?
The key here is something called fidelity, which is basically a measure of how accurately a quantum computer can perform calculations.
Uh-huh.
You see, qubits, the building blocks of quantum computers, are notoriously finicky.
Right.
They can be easily disturbed, leading to errors.
Okay.
Anka 3, however, boasts incredibly high fidelity, achieving 99.0% for ISWAP gates and 99.5% for FSIM gates.
Wow.
Those gates are basically the instructions that tell the qubits what to do.
Okay.
So the higher the fidelity, the closer we get to a quantum computer that gives us reliable, trustworthy results.
So Anka 3 hitting those fidelity numbers is a huge step forward, right?
Absolutely.
It means we can start to trust these quantum computers to solve real-world problems, not just theoretical ones.
Exactly. Imagine if you had a calculator that only gave you the right answer half the time.
Right.
You wouldn't trust it to balance your checkbook, would you?
No.
High fidelity is essential for making quantum computing practical and reliable.
And to make things even better, Anka 3 isn't locked away in some secret lab.
Right.
Researchers and developers can access it through Rigetti's own cloud platform,
Yeah.
as well as through Microsoft Azure and Amazon Bracket.
Awesome.
That means more people can get their hands on this powerful technology and start exploring what it can do.
It's all about making quantum computing more accessible.
Yeah.
By offering different ways to access Anka 3, they're creating a more collaborative environment and encouraging people to experiment with this groundbreaking technology.
Okay, hold on tight because this next part is really exciting.
Okay.
Rigetti is running something called the Quantum Advantage Challenge.
Oh, cool.
It sounds intense.
The idea is to prove that quantum computers can outperform classical computers for certain tasks.
Oh, wow.
This quantum advantage is like the holy grail of quantum computing.
Uh-huh.
It would demonstrate that all this research and development is truly worth it.
So they're basically throwing down a challenge to the world saying, show us what you can do with our quantum computer.
Exactly.
What did the participants actually do in this challenge?
Well, in this particular challenge, the focus was on using artificial intelligence, or AI, to calibrate a 9-qubit Rigetti system.
Okay.
Think of calibration like fine-tuning a musical instrument.
Right.
You need to make sure each qubit is working properly and in sync with the others.
Gotcha.
It's a crucial step, but it can be time-consuming and complex.
So using AI to do this is like having a robot technician that can fine-tune your quantum computer faster and more accurately than a human can.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And the results were pretty impressive.
Oh, wow.
The participants showed that AI could significantly speed up and improve the calibration process.
So it's like they're finding ways to make quantum computing less intimidating and more accessible,
Absolutely.
which is pretty cool. Now, let's dive into that mind-blowing optical qubit readout technique.
Okay.
It still seems kind of magical to me that they're using light to read quantum information.
It is pretty mind-blowing.
How does that even work?
Right now, most quantum computers use bulky coaxial cables to read the state of their qubits. Think of it like trying to listen to a faint whisper in a noisy room.
Okay.
It's really difficult to pick up the signal.
Right.
And these bulky cables don't help. They take up space, generate heat, and limit how many qubits you can pack into a computer.
So those coaxial cables are like the bricks and mortar of quantum computing, and they're holding things back.
Exactly. But Rigetti, working with 2 other companies called QPOX and QBlocks, has found a way to use optical fibers instead.
Oh, wow.
Optical fibers are incredibly thin, think strands of hair,
Right.
and they can transmit information with light, which is much faster than electrical signals.
So it's like switching from those clunky coaxial cables to the fiber optic cables that give us super fast internet speeds.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
It's a massive leap forward in terms of efficiency and scalability.
So this sounds like a total game changer.
It is.
It could allow us to build much larger and more powerful quantum computers.
Exactly. And because optical fibers don't conduct much heat, it means they can pack a lot more qubits into a smaller space without things overheating.
This research, which they published in Nature Physics, one of the most prestigious scientific journals out there,
Yeah.
is a major breakthrough.
Absolutely.
It has the potential to completely revolutionize how we build quantum computers in the future.
For sure.
Okay, my head is definitely spinning. After all that, we've covered a lot of ground, from financial reports to technical breakthroughs to groundbreaking partnerships.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get why everyone's so excited about quantum computing.
It's definitely a field that captures the imagination. What strikes me the most is how quickly things are moving.
Yeah.
We're seeing constant innovation and breakthroughs, not just in the computers themselves, but
Right.
also in the software, the applications, and even the way these machines are built.
It feels like we're on the verge of something truly revolutionary.
Absolutely. And while it's still early days, the progress is undeniable. The potential of quantum computing is enormous, and I can't wait to see what the future holds.
But before we get too carried away with all the possibilities, let's take a closer look at the nitty-gritty of Rigetti's technology. Let's delve deeper into how their Anka-3 quantum computer actually works, how they're using AI to fine-tune these machines, and the science behind their incredible optical qubit readout technique.
Sounds good.
Understanding these details will give you a much deeper appreciation for the complexity and potential of this mind-blowing technology.
Yeah.
It's not just about the big picture.
Right.
It's about the intricate dance of quantum mechanics and engineering that's making it all possible.
Definitely. All right, let's zoom in and take a closer look at this Anka-3 system. Remember those qubits we talked about?
Yeah.
They're like the bits in your computer, but way weirder
Right.
and more powerful because they operate according to the laws of quantum mechanics.
Yeah.
Anka-3 boasts a whopping 84 of them,
Wow.
which is a big leap forward in processing power.
So more qubits mean more computing power, right?
Right.
But I'm guessing it's not just about quantity.
Yeah.
What about the quality of those qubits?
You're absolutely right. It's not just about having a lot of qubits.
Okay.
It's about how well they work together. That's where fidelity comes back into play.
Okay.
It's like a measure of how gracefully those qubits dance.
Right.
And how reliably they hold on to information.
Okay.
The higher the fidelity, the more confident we can be that the quantum computer is spitting out accurate results.
Right.
Not just random quantum noise.
So with Anka-3 hitting those impressive fidelity numbers,
Yeah.
99.0% for iSwap gates,
Yeah,
and 99.5% for FSIM gates.
right.
Does that mean we're getting close to having quantum computers we can actually rely on?
We're definitely getting, remember, those gates are the instructions that tell the qubits what to do.
Yeah.
And iSwap and FSIM are just two types of gates,
Okay.
each with its own special purpose in quantum calculations.
Gotcha.
What Rigetti has achieved with Anka 3 is a big step towards making quantum computers less prone to errors
Right.
and more trustworthy for real-world applications.
Okay, so I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So
Yeah.
the better the fidelity, the more we can trust the results.
Right.
And the closer we get to actually using these quantum computers for solving real-world problems.
Yeah. High fidelity is like the difference between using a wonky compass that points you in random directions
Yeah.
and using a reliable one that guides you to your destination.
Gotcha.
Without high fidelity, we can't really trust the output of a quantum computer.
Now let's shift gears and talk about this quantum advantage challenge. Sounds like they're really putting these machines to the test.
The whole point of the quantum advantage challenge is to prove that there are certain tasks where quantum computers can truly outshine traditional computers.
Oh, wow.
It's about finding those specific problems where quantum computing offers a significant advantage
Right.
and demonstrating that this technology is worth all the hype.
So in a way, they're challenging researchers to come up with creative ways to push the boundaries of what's possible with quantum computers.
Exactly. And for this particular challenge, they focused on using AI
Okay.
to calibrate a 9-qubit Rigetti system. As we mentioned before, calibration is like fine-tuning a musical instrument,
Right.
making sure all the qubits are working harmoniously.
Yeah.
It's essential, but can be incredibly complex and time-consuming.
So using AI to calibrate a quantum computer is like having a super smart robot technician.
Yeah.
They could do the job much faster and maybe even more accurately than a human.
That's a great way to think about it. And the results of the challenge showed just how powerful this combination can be.
Cool.
The participants were able to significantly speed up and improve the calibration process,
Nice.
making quantum computers more efficient and user-friendly.
So it's like they're finding ways to make quantum computing less intimidating and more accessible, which is pretty cool. Now let's dive into that mind-blowing optical qubit readout technique.
Okay.
It still seems kind of magical to me that they're using light to read quantum information.
It is pretty amazing. You see right now, most quantum computers rely on these clunky coaxial cables to read the state of the qubits.
Right.
Think of it like trying to listen to a faint whisper in a noisy room.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to pick up the signal,
Uh-huh.
and these bulky cables don't help. They take up space, generate heat, and limit how many qubits you can pack into a computer.
So those coaxial cables are like a bottleneck, holding back the development of more powerful quantum computers.
Exactly. And that's where Rigetti's research comes in.
Okay.
They've teamed up with two other companies,
Yeah.
QPox and QBlocks.
Gotcha.
And together, they've demonstrated a way to use optical fibers instead.
Oh, wow.
These fibers are incredibly thin. Think of them like tiny threads of light.
Yeah.
And they're much better at transmitting information than those bulky coaxial cables.
So it sounds like they found a way to make the listening process much clearer,
Right.
cutting out all the noise and allowing them to read the quantum information more accurately.
It's like they've given those faint whispers a megaphone.
Yeah.
And because optical fibers don't conduct much heat,
Right.
it opens up the possibility of building much larger and more densely packed quantum computers without worrying about them overheating.
Okay, so they found a way to read the qubits more efficiently and pack more of them into a smaller space.
Right.
But what does that actually mean for the future of quantum computing?
This is where things get really exciting. This optical readout technique has the potential to completely change how we build quantum computers in the future.
Yeah.
We could see a new generation of these machines that are far more powerful and efficient than anything we have today.
Wow.
It's a big step towards making the dream of practical large-scale quantum computing a reality.
It's incredible to think that something as seemingly simple as switching to a different type of cable could have such a profound impact on the future of technology.
I know, right?
It really highlights how innovation can sometimes come from the most unexpected places.
That's so true. It's often the small incremental advances that lead to the biggest breakthroughs.
Yeah.
And Rigetti's work on optical qubit readout is a perfect example of that they're not just building quantum computers.
Right.
They're reimagining how we build them from the ground up.
This has been an incredible journey so far. We've explored Rigetti's financial performance, their game-changing partnership with Quanta, and dived deep into the technical details of their latest quantum computer and groundbreaking research. But I'm curious, What stands out to you as the most significant takeaway from all of this?
For me, it's the sheer speed of innovation in this field. Just a few years ago, quantum computing was largely confined to research labs.
Right.
Now we're seeing companies like Rigetti building real functional quantum computers, developing powerful software tools,
Okay.
and even partnering with tech giants like Quanta to bring this technology to the masses.
It does feel like we're witnessing a paradigm shift in computing. But let's not get ahead of ourselves before we start dreaming about all the amazing things quantum computers might do in the future.
Yeah.
Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What does Rigetti's progress tell us about the current state of quantum computing as a whole? Is this technology really as close as it seems, or is there still a long way to go?
Yeah, Teh.
Okay, so we've seen these exciting advancements, but let's be practical for a moment and get back to the financial side of things.
Right.
We know Rigetti is investing heavily in research and development,
Yeah.
but what's the overall picture like? Are
Well,
they on solid ground?
their 2024 financial report paints an interesting picture.
Okay.
They brought in $10.8 million in revenue, which is a positive sign,
Yeah.
showing growth from the previous year, however. They also reported a net loss of $201 million.
Right.
Now, before you think that's a red flag, it's important to remember that this is common for companies at the forefront of emerging technologies. They're pouring resources into building the future of computing, not just chasing quick profits.
It's like they're laying the groundwork for something much bigger,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
They're
yeah.
planting seeds that will hopefully blossom into a whole new industry,
Exactly. And they have a substantial war chest to support this growth,
right?
with $217.2 million in cash and investments.
Wow.
This gives them the financial runway they need to pursue their ambitious plans.
Yeah.
Without constantly worrying about running out of funds, they have the breathing room to innovate and experiment, which is crucial in a field as complex as quantum computing.
Money is important,
Yeah.
but it's not the only factor. Their partnership with quantum computers seems like a real game changer.
Oh, for sure.
It's not just a casual collaboration. They're making a serious commitment to working together.
Absolutely. What's striking about this partnership is the level of investment from both sides.
Right.
Rigetti and Quanta are each committing over $100 million over the next 5 years. To develop and commercialize superconducting quantum computing, that's a huge testament to their belief in the technology's potential.
It's like they're forming a dream team.
Yeah,
Rigetti brings their expertise in quantum computing, and Quanta brings their massive manufacturing capabilities to the table.
you nailed it. Quanta is a global powerhouse in building servers, the backbone of the internet.
Right.
Their involvement indicates that quantum computing is transitioning from a purely research-based field to one with tangible real-world applications.
Yeah.
It's a sign that this technology is maturing and getting ready to step onto the world stage.
It reminds me of when personal computers first emerged.
Yeah.
They started in research labs.
Yeah.
And then slowly but surely they became essential tools for businesses and eventually for everyone.
That's a great parallel. And with a partner like Quanta,
Yeah.
Rigetti can focus on their strengths, developing cutting-edge quantum hardware and software while leaving the scaling and manufacturing to the experts. It's a strategic move that could really accelerate the adoption of quantum computing across industries.
So we have a financially stable company, a powerful partnership, and some truly groundbreaking technological advancements.
Mhm.
Where do you see Rigetti fitting into the larger quantum computing landscape? Are they a major player?
Without a doubt, they are a front runner in the field.
Okay.
Their superconducting qubit technology is extremely promising,
Right.
and their approach of building a full-stack quantum computing platform, from hardware, software, to cloud access, positions them well for the future.
Uh-huh.
They're not just focusing on one piece of the puzzle, they're building an entire ecosystem.
Their recent sale of a Novera QPU to Montana State University also indicates that they're thinking long-term about educating the next generation of quantum experts.
Absolutely. It's not just about building the technology, it's about cultivating a community around it by providing universities with access to their systems.
Right.
They're helping to train the future workforce that will drive innovation in this field.
Yeah. It's a smart strategic move that benefits both Rigetti and the advancement of quantum computing as a whole.
Taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture, what does Rigetti's progress tell us about the state of quantum computing in general? Is this technology really as close to mainstream adoption as it seems, or is it still a long way off?
It's clear that we're on the cusp of a major transformation. Quantum computers are no longer just theoretical concepts confined to research labs. They're becoming more powerful, more reliable, and more accessible every day, Companies like Rigetti are pushing the boundaries of what's possible,
Yeah.
and the potential applications are truly mind-boggling.
It feels like we're standing at the dawn of a new technological era, and Rigetti is one of the pioneers leading the charge. It's an exciting time to be following this field.
It certainly is while challenges remain. The progress being made is undeniable. The quantum future is closer than we think, and it has the potential to revolutionize countless aspects of our lives. Well, on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into Rigetti computing. We've covered a lot of ground from their financial performance and strategic partnerships to the mind-blowing details of their quantum computers and groundbreaking research. But as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Imagine a world where quantum computers are as commonplace as the smartphones in our pockets. How would that change our world? What problems could we solve? What discoveries could we make? It's a fascinating question to ponder as we witness this revolutionary technology unfold.
Indeed, the possibilities are limitless, and it's up to us to imagine and shape the quantum future we want to create. This is just the beginning of an incredible journey, and I can't wait to see what comes next.